What is up, y'all? Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. What is up? This is your boy from the Griot, Charles Arness, tapping in. Glad you guys are watching. Give me the thumbs up button. And I'm gonna play this video. This video is from Anton Daniels. He's a YouTuber, very popular YouTuber on YouTube. But he has this video. I'm gonna play this video, and then I'm gonna give my opinion on it, guys. Go ahead and give that thumbs up button, and let's get right into it.
I can't believe we're about to have this conversation. All right, listen. You got to be able to separate the difference between a woman that's a wife and a woman that's for everybody, right? The women that are wives, they instinctively move a completely different way. They're a completely different animal. They're a completely different creature, all right? All women are not the same. There's different species, right? Just like there's different monkeys, there's different cats, okay? There are different types of women, right? And all women are not created equal. And so what men don't understand is that they're trying to categorize them all the same based off of some of the dumbest things that I've ever seen in my life. So for example, they'll categorize them based off of what they look like. They'll categorize them based off of, you gonna turn it down? They'll categorize them based off of their nationality. They'll categorize them based off of a whole lot of different things. But the thing that they overlook the most is how to identify the difference between a chick that's really for the streets and a chick that's really for that's supposed to be a wife. All right.
Supposed to be your lady.
So let me give you some of the telltale signs. Okay. A woman that is a baby mother that is not widowed is not your wife. It's not for you, bro. All right. I know that this is gonna be one of the most controversial things that I say tonight, but I'm just gonna tell you. If she had a kid out of wedlock, I would never advise a guy to do something that I wouldn't do. Okay. And before you even consider getting in a relationship, now this is much different than a guy that just chooses to have sex with her. I don't dick police. I do say exercise a level of dick discipline because you never want to fumble the bag as a result of dealing with a woman at all. Women have largely been the bane of a lot of men's existence, and it is the downfall of some of the biggest kingdoms. You work your whole life, you build it up, and you fumble it over a woman. All right. So, A, never deal, or I would never advocate for a man to marry a woman, that is a single mother. Yeah. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not an advocate for it. I think it is one of the dumbest moves that a guy can pull. Right? I don't care what Umar Johnson tells you. I don't care what Boyce Watkins' corny ass told you. I don't care what Steve Harvey is telling you. I don't care if Shannon Sharp is out here paying for divorces. Never, ever marry a woman or look to get in a relationship with a woman that is a single mother, especially if she's not widowed. That is a death trap. It's a death trap. You are going to go and take care of another man's kids. You are going to have to deal with another man, considering that you do realize that the true measure of what marriage used to be, especially as it relates to biblical terms, because I know a lot of y'all try to act like y'all believe in God. So let's put it to the test. Did you know that when a man had sex with a woman, that was literally his wife? That was the determining factor for whether or not she was his wife or not, is when he had sex with her. And so when you take that into consideration and you really assess the fact that, well, if this man had a baby with her, and at any point he can come back and have a conversation or fight for his kid or go back and forth or negotiate with her, you in a relationship with both of them. You as a man, you listen, you're not hearing me. You're not thinking logically because you're thinking with your small head instead of thinking with tall head.
Like
you are in a relationship with both of them for the duration of that child's life. That man will always play a role.
Right about that. He is definitely right about that.
Or have the option to insert himself.
I just want to touch on this whole thing, man. Basically, I want to play that little video. I'm not gonna play the whole thing. If you want to watch the whole video, go to Anton. I have the link to this video in the description if you want to watch the whole thing. But it's not in the best interest to be a stepfather. You know, it's crazy because I remember watching this thing with Ricky Smiley and Ricky Smiley he's one of my favorite comedians. You know, I'm a big fan of Ricky Smiley. And he did a thing one time where he was saying that if you're a man and you're not willing to date a woman just because she has kids and you don't want to step up, you interested in this woman and you don't want to step up and be a father figure to her kids, and you know they don't have a father, their father not around, and you don't want to step up and be a father to that woman's kids, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. And Steve Harvey kind of does the same thing. Well, you ought to be ashamed. If she a good woman, it don't matter who kids she got. Forget all that, man. That is, and here's the thing though. And the reason why I say forget all that is not in a cruel way, but it used to be a time back in the day where a man was appreciated for taking over as a father figure to another woman's kids. It was appreciative if a man did that. My dad, when he met my mom was she was what Anton was saying. She was widowed because my two oldest brothers, their dad had passed away. When my mom met my dad, their dad had passed away maybe 4 or 5 years before my mom met my dad. And then she had my sister, and then she had me. I'm the last one. But back in the day, that was like in the 60s when they got together. Because my sister was born in the late 60s. So that was back in the 60s. So back then, people didn't really, I mean, women were more appreciative of a man coming in and dealing with kids from another relationship. People didn't look down upon it. A lot of times women would sometimes be a little bit protective over their kids when they brought a new man around. And also they didn't want a man, especially if a woman really liked the man, a woman would be very like not have her kids be too in the man's face. You know what I'm saying? Or being bad. Like you had to be like, when a woman brought a man around her kids, she made sure that that man was worthy of meeting her kids. Like before she would bring the man around her kids, she would date him. Like she would go out the house and date the guy first for a little bit to get to know the guy, see if he wasn't crazy. And then when she really started to like the guy, that's when she would bring the guy over to meet her, her son or her daughter or her kids or whatever. Because, hey kids, this is such and such. I really like him, such and such. I want you to meet, you know what I'm saying? And on top of that, the women would also make sure that the man, or make sure that the kids were well behaved. They didn't, they would brief the kids, hey, don't y'all act up. I got somebody coming by here. I want y'all to meet, and I don't want y'all acting up, and you know what I'm saying? Because you ain't want the kids to run the guy away. Now women don't do that. Women come in, the kids be, who are you? Who you is? Don't, I remember one time, let me tell you, I've told this story before. This is a friend of mine. This is a homegirl of mine. And me and her wouldn't even mess around like that. We were just friends. And I was meeting her son. Her son was about maybe 15, 16 years old. And she said, hey, so he had just got home from school. So he comes in talking to his mom, completely ignores me. That's cool. But then the mom goes to introduce me to him. Not like, hey, we together, but it was, hey, this is my homeboy Charles. And we were just friends. This dude looked at this little young 15-year-old little bastard looked at me and was like, Mom, he looked at me like this. And he said, Mom, what are we having for dinner? I go out to try to shake the little dude's hand. Hey, what's up, man? After she introduced us, he didn't even shake my hand. Mom, what we having? I was like, wow. And she thought that was cool. She thought, ooh, he just, I said, I'm thinking to myself, he acting like I did something to him. I'm like, hey man, I'm not even with your mama like that. We just friends. I ain't hit it or nothing. But I'm like, I don't want to meet. But he had like him ignoring me, not shaking my hand. I'm supposed to be all sad and hurt. Motherfucker, I don't know you. I don't care if you don't want to shake my hand, you little disrespectful little bastard. But anyway, that's the stuff you gotta deal with when you out here trying to date a woman who has kids and you ain't got, you ain't my daddy. And it's just too much of a headache. And then now, if a woman is widowed and just say, by some uh foreseen thing happened where her kid's father might have died or he got killed or something like that, then I mean I think there may be some wiggle room because I mean she can't help it. I mean the dude is dead, you know what I'm saying. But when you're dealing with a woman, but I think when you're dealing with a woman and she has kids with a man and the dad is still around or maybe he locked up, now you got to deal with her. You got to deal with this kid's father, being in y'all relationship, coming by the house, dropping off lunch money and shit. Like it's just too much of a headache and a burden. And me myself, I don't have any kids, and this is for a lot of young cats. I'm an older dude. I managed not to. I almost could have had a kid when I was younger, but the person I was dating had a miscarriage. I talked about that story before in other videos, but at my age, I'm in my 40s, my early 40s. Most of the women that will be in my dating age range would probably be like the youngest, probably maybe 35. Most women 35 and over usually have kids. So it's kind of, the older I get, the more I'm moving towards women that I have to date that are older, that usually are divorced, have kids. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of have to lower my standards, but I can't lower my standards to the point where I have to be a stepfather, because I'm gonna tell y'all this here, women who have kids, and women out there who have kids, and before I get into that, I want to also say one thing too. You have to distinguish what women, y'all, especially y'all single women out there who got kids, y'all have to really realize when a man likes you or a man just wants to have sex with you. When a man likes you, it's a totally different thing than the man just want to have sex with you. I had a woman tell me, this is an older woman, she told me one time, she was like, this is some years back. She told me, she said, you think I can't get no man or something? A lot of y'all young cats think, I forgot what she said, but she was like, y'all think I can't get no man because I'm such and such. I forgot what it was, but she said, young dudes approach me all the time trying to get my number, want to take me out, want to get my number. And I was thinking, and I remember telling her, yeah, they want to have, because she still had a body. This is an older woman. She still had her body. She still had it going on and everything. Y'all think because a woman hit us, I think she had just turned 50 or something. Y'all think the women get to a certain age that dudes don't want to talk to her no more. Shoot, young dudes, dudes in their 20s, 30s be trying to talk to me all the time. And I be shutting them down left and right. And I want to tell, I think, matter of fact, I think I did tell her this. I didn't want to hurt her feelings, but I was like, yeah, they want to have sex with you. They want to hit, yeah. But will you be going to meet their mama? No. Will you be going to their sister's birthday party? No. Will you be going down the aisles with them? Marriage? Definitely no. Dudes, you gotta you have to distinguish between a dude who just want to hit or a dude that really like you. Because a dude that really like you, that's what's important. A dude just want to hit, he'll play with your little, your little poom poom as much you let him play with it, but eventually he get tired, he'll move on to another old chicken. You know what I'm saying? You think if the dude want to hit, have, lay with you, that he like you? Dudes don't, it's a lot of dudes, let me tell you something. Women, y'all gotta realize that. It's a lot of women I've been with that I couldn't stand, but I still want to hit them. You know what I'm saying? So that don't mean nothing. You think single mom ain't got it going on? Yeah, dudes want to sleep with you, yeah. But do they want to sign up to be a stepfather to your kid? Hell no. You know what I'm saying? So Being fine and being in a faithful relationship is two different things. You know what I'm saying? Dude will play with you all day if you still got it going on, but he ain't gonna take you seriously. You know, just like Anton was saying, you have women that are for the streets and women that are for marriage. You have two, and I like just like he was saying, I learned that late in life that all women aren't the same. They have women that you don't take seriously. You have women that you do take seriously. It's just, that's what it is. What category are you going to be in? Are you going to be a woman that, usually women who are single moms, 9 times out of 10, ladies, if a man doesn't have kids, and even if he do have kids, he don't want to take care of your kids and his. He don't want to add to the collection. You know what I'm saying? But 9 times out of 10, if you're a single mom, usually you're going to be in the category of the women that men don't take seriously. Especially on marriage. You're going to go meet my grandmama, you're going to meet my sister, you're going to meet my mama. Yeah, let me tell you something, man. This is a telltale sign for a lot of women. A lot of times women, man, they don't want to, a lot of times men don't want you to, men take their mom, they family members, they mom, they sisters, they aunties, especially the grandparents, our grandmamas. We take them people those are our beloved people. Especially a brother, mother, his mom. These are our beloved people that we cherish in our life. A lot of times when a man brings a woman around his family, he's really, really serious. A lot of times when a man doesn't, is he serious? He could be. He could just may have a family that he's kind of ashamed of. That happens too. You know, I want you to meet my family, but my family crazy. I don't know. They may scare you away. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes it maybe he just don't take you that seriously. I mean, it can be either or. You know. I just think that young girls and need to really be careful when you out here dating, you know, especially sisters. And this is one thing that I realized when it comes to races of women. Everybody likes the bad boy. Everybody likes the guy, the thug, you know, the guy who, you know, back in the day they had the guy with the leather jackets, you know, like on Grease, you know what I'm saying? Everybody likes the bad boy. Everybody likes the, you know, the swagged out dude who, you know, who live by his own rules and don't take no stuff from nobody. Everybody like the bad boy. Asian women, Indian women, white women, you know, all of them. And the reason why I bring up these races of women, because a lot of times these races of women tend to have longer marriages. Not saying that they don't get divorced and stuff like that, but they tend to have longer marriages and they get married more. I hate to say it, they get married a lot more than sisters. They get walked down the aisle a lot more than sisters. I'm pretty sure you can do the statistics and probably see that I'm telling the truth. So that's why I'm singling out these particular races of women. All women like the bad boy, but here's the thing: the black women mess up, where the other women don't mess up at. Through high school, I'll say through elementary school, through high school, and even through college, when you're in your early 20s, women go for the football player, the jock, the bad boy, whatever. They have their fun with them. They have flings. A lot of them lose their virginity to the bad boy in high school or in college. But here's what stands out. Here's the mistake that the black woman makes and the other race of women don't make. They'll mess around and they'll have fun with the bad boy, have sex and lose their virginity to the bad boy. But one thing that those other races of women won't do is let that bad boy get to their womb. I'm not going to have no child with you. I'm in college. I'm in high school. I'm doing things. I'm young. I'm enjoying having fun and learning about sex with you, bad boy. But I'm not going to give you my womb. I'm going to save my womb for my husband. I'm going to save my womb for the guy that I fall in love with, the guy that proposes to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna save my womb for the dude that I'm gonna be with for the rest of my life. So I'm gonna have his kids. That's who I save my womb for. Now we can have, as long as we got a condom, as long as they got Plan Bs, as long as I got a diaphragm, we can have fun, bad boy, all we want. We can have fun and until the cows come home. But when it gets down to my womb, you can't have that. Because I already know you're not gonna be around because you're a bad boy. Sisters, on the other hand, I remember girls getting pregnant in high school, college, just, you know what I'm saying? And the dudes they were getting pregnant by, like, you didn't think by looking at this guy, you didn't think this guy was going, you really thought this guy was going to be around? You know, they were making lifelong final decisions with the bad boy and having the offspring of the bad boy, and then he run off, or he goes to jail, or he gets killed in the drive-by because he's a drug dealer or something. And then you like, okay, now somebody got to step up to the plate and be a good father for my kids. Like, no, you chose wrong, sister. You gave your womb up too early. And now you wonder why ain't nobody taking you seriously. You wonder why dudes is coming by and then they finishing, then they saying, all right then, and patting your little boy on the head as they walk out the door and not calling you the next day. Because you gave your womb to somebody that didn't deserve it at a young age, and now you got baggage. And now the other dudes out here, they ain't trying to take care of your baggage. Inflation going up, stuff is high. Ain't nobody trying to take care of nobody else's kids, man. Not in 2023, you know? And that's what you young girls gotta realize. Protect your womb. Because I'm telling you, you let the wrong dude in your womb, you're gonna be just like your mama, out here single for 10, 20 years. Or dudes just, they'll date a little bit, date this guy for maybe 6 months to a year. This is my boo thing, then that don't work out. And she'll be single for a year and a half. I don't need no dude, city girls. And then she'll meet some other dude, and that might last 2 weeks, 2 months. And she'll break up with him back out here again, single. These dudes ain't ish. And I'm a city girl in city girl summer, and then she'll meet some other dude at a day party, and then she'll be with that dude for 8 months, and then nothing solid. Just dingling after dingling after dingling after dingling, just adding on to the notch, adding on, putting miles on that thing, and it's getting devalued. It's getting wore out. It's getting stretched out 40, 50, and then now you're bitter, and now you're by yourself. What do y'all think, man? What do y'all think about Anton's video? Do y'all think single mothers are doomed, or do you think that there's light at the end of the womb? What do y'all think, man? Leave your comments and subscribe to the G Guy. Appreciate you guys watching. Take care.